Good morning. Today is the Tower. Now, this comes right after the Devil. And if we're talking about how the journey proceeds, as you can see, the tower is crashing down. There's people jumping. There is lightning. Pretty soon it's going to come crashing. And what it really is saying is that the tower was not built on a firm enough foundation for it to hold up. And that if you take it strictly from the devil, it's when you see things getting out of hand or your obsessions, you allow them to take control of you. Eventually, things will come crashing down. Things that you thought you built will no longer be there. Things will just change, and they'll change drastically, and they'll change suddenly. So the lesson learned from the devil is when you get that card, this is the next card in line, and it's a good and fine warning to say, hey, if you can't get this obsession under control, this is what's going to happen. Things will just fall apart. So, two, though, it doesn't always have to be about what came after the devil. In a reading, it can come up and you go, things are going to change, and they're going to change suddenly. Now, change is always hard, and sudden change can even be harder because it just happens and you're not expecting it, and there's no anticipation, and you're not working up to it. Here's the way I look at it. And I do look at this a lot in this card, and I've really noticed it recently, where they're jumping and all of the fire is up at the top. So why are they jumping and not walking down? So my perspective on this is, usually we know something's going to happen, and if we wait too long to make a decision, or we wait too long to take matters in our own hands and make that change happen suddenly because we don't want change or this or that, then this is what happens. You have to jump. So it's a warning, when things are coming around and you're not focusing on them, and you're not taking them seriously, and you're not making adjustments in your life for these changes, things will happen for you. And then that's when you have to jump, and then that's when it's not good. As you will see from the next card coming up, that in life, and how it, the ebbs and flows in the cyclical way, sometimes if you don't have this, then the shining star isn't going to be there, which comes next. So, and that to me is life. You cannot have these great, wonderful things happen if sometimes you don't get the opposite. And that is just the way things are. And sometimes we don't like it, but maybe it's a job and you get suddenly fired and you weren't expecting it. And then, 2 weeks later, you turn around and get a fabulous job. So these are things that we have to look at when it comes to change. And that's another reason why, maybe don't jump. Maybe if you can foresee or see something coming, you can walk down the stairs, make the change yourself so that you're not forced into it. Anyway, that's long-winded, but it's an important card. And it really is important in readings because change is important, but warning the querent that, hey, this might happen. Maybe if you take it a little bit under your own control, then things won't go crazy. But also the forewarning helps us to walk down the stairs regardless. Even if we don't do something about it, we can, when we know it's going to happen, and maybe when we see it coming, we can walk really fast. So anyway, take care. Have a beautiful day.